What is up, everybody? It is Rodek with Rodek Survival, and we are back with the 125 series. Every Friday night is the 125 series, and right now we are in round number 5, and I am looking for that first podium. I put some laps in on the track last night, so we're looking to do our best. In qualifying, my best lap was a 2:03. I think that had me coming around in 7th or so let's see how this start goes. And for probably the first time in 4 or 5 weeks out of all the series that I'm doing, I've made it through the first turn clean, and that is a miracle. Now, if you play this game, you know getting through the first corner and the first couple laps, it's getting through all that carnage is half the battle. You can put yourself in a great position or the worst position after literally the first half a lap to full first lap when everybody's bunched up together. So our whole goal here is just to stay up, because as you're gonna see, there's some guys getting around me and getting close, and I'm like just hitting the brakes, kind of letting them go. I'm like, there's no point in fighting it. I'd rather take the position in a lap from now than be down right now. Boy, I tried to hit LaRocco's leap right there. I knew I didn't have the drive, but that was my little overzealous self trying to keep up with everybody and forgetting where I am on the track and just kind of pinning it. So we're coming around lap 1. We are in 7th. I'm not too happy about that, to be honest with you. I don't like getting anything but first, but in this series, with realistic expectations of where I'm at in this game, I don't like getting worse than 5th. So 7th is not sitting well with me right now. And then all of a sudden, tragedy is gonna strike in more than one way. I get a little bit of Poboso physics right there, and watch this. Literally go over this jump, go over the next jump. Video cuts off. The file ended up getting corrupted, and the whole video OBS actually ended up crashing. So I'm gonna give you guys a second to take a look here. I went 206, 203, 159, 157, 2 minute 2. So I ended up getting 5th place overall. I don't know if you saw that right there, but now I'm mad as hell. OBS crashed, the whole file corrupted after that, and yeah, I'm not happy because I ended up getting better and better as the race goes on. So here we are in moto number 2. I'm looking for a redemption because I am super pissed off at this point. Coming away with an even better start. We're coming away in 4th place, but this is what I mean. Everybody's so antsy, getting bummed. People are willing to risk it all just because they can't get around one corner without getting around somebody on that first lap. So we go back. I'm just trying to stay up. I play the long game. I do the Trojan method. I'm not going to be the fastest guy, but I'm going to be there in the end. And a lot of these guys in front of me, like I said, when we were doing practice and qualifying, I qualified 7th. So there are 6 other guys in here faster than me. But somehow I got 5th that first moto. That was on me for having a few mistakes after the camera cut off, but ended up getting 5th, but ended up running like the 3rd fastest lap and the most consistent laps. But you'll see in this video right here, it is a perfect example of staying up. Is what do they always say in like football and other sports, like availability is your best ability. That's it right here. See, like right here, people would push that. Zeke was kind of cutting over on me, almost took out my front wheel. I just hit the brakes. It's okay. I'll give up a second or two, or even right there a spot early in the race, because I know I'm gonna still be there at the end of the race. Like these other guys that like to push it and push too hard, they are gonna crash and not be there anymore. So I went on a little bit of a rant right there. And also, I'm gonna leave the whole second moto in here for you guys, and I'm just gonna pop in and out. But I'm leaving the whole second moto in because you guys got like a lap and a quarter from the first moto. So I'm gonna leave the whole second moto in. That way you guys can see it and see where the consistency's at, how much better I've gotten in the last week, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so right here, all I'm thinking is I need to just hold this together because we're in third place and we are running some pretty quick laps. And I know we don't have an official lap time up there yet because they don't start till like the third lap, but you know when you play these games, you can feel when you're on a heater, and I was running heaters pretty much this whole entire race, and we have about an 8-second gap on fourth place, and I'm like, dude, we are gapping these guys. And I was actually in that first moto, I knew that I was faster than these guys because I had gone all the way back to 9th place after some mistakes. I made my way back up to 5th, and up until the end of the race, I was just running faster and faster laps, and I ended up catching up to 3rd and only finishing like 4 seconds behind them. So it's like, I know, or I ended up catching up to 4th, I should say, but I know that I can run top 3 speed on this track because I am just getting faster and faster with the day. So right there, what is our lap going to be? Our lap's coming around as a 2-minute flat. just to give you guys perspective, and this is so crazy how life works this way. It's just like they always say that no one knew that you could run a 4-minute mile until someone ran the 4-minute mile, and then everybody started running the 4-minute mile. That's kind of like where this is at with this game for me. I had practiced all night last night, putting about 2.5 hours in of practice, trying different gear ratios, trying different settings, trying different suspensions and everything. And my fastest I could get was a 2:03, and I was like pumped with the 2:03. Then I come into here for our little warm-up qualifying practice session, and guys are running like 155 and 153. And I'm like, I didn't even know that was physically possible. I figured a 158 would be possible, or a 157. I did not think you could go 153 or whatever. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I got to step it up. And then all of a sudden you see that I ran like a 159, and I'm like, all right, I can go faster. All of a sudden I've gone 4 seconds faster. Now the bar has been lowered essentially from a 2:03 to like anything over a 2 minute is slow. And it's so crazy how that works that way. Is like that's why you need to get out there and you need to practice with other people, because I thought I was moving with the 2:03, and that was 10 seconds off the fastest lap. So that's why you need to ride with other people, because there's always someone way faster than you. There's always someone way better than you. I promise you that. And you might think you're moving and you're looking good and you're flying and you're playing single player, but I promise you, you're not. There's probably someone going 5 to 10 seconds faster than you are, and you just don't realize it. And you're never going to get faster until you realize that, because you think you're going as fast as you can. But then you realize someone breaks reality in your brain and they're going 10 seconds a lot faster than you, and you're like, okay, I have no clue I could go faster, and now I either have to go faster or I'm really going to get beat. So you force yourself to get better, and you force yourself to adapt, even you force yourself to learn. And look at that, we ran a 2-minute lap time, we ran a 159, and I'm like, in my head, I was like, all I got to do is keep running these laps, and no one's catching me from behind. They're not going to run faster than me. If anything, I was faster than them. And yeah, I'm running a pretty good pace. I'm pretty good behind Luxie and Zeke right now. I'm already 20 seconds back, but hey, I'll take it. Usually it's like 40 at this point. Alrighty guys, so here we are coming around to the last lap. We are still running in third place and we are only 30 seconds behind. As far as the outdoor races go, that is the best finish that I have ever had. I'm only being 30 seconds back, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of my thoughts on during the racing stuff. So I really wanted to get a podium. That was something I talked about in the video yesterday. Is like, hey, I wanted to get a podium in one of these motos. I got one in Arena Cross, but that's not as much skill. For this, it's like a longer race of having to stay consistent on a track that is forever changing, and that is a lot longer of a track, not a 30-second track that's easy to memorize. So that was goal number one ticked off the list. And another thing that I wanted to say is, like, did you guys notice the consistency in here? Like I said, I am not the fastest player. I'm not running the fastest laps in this race. Some of the guys behind me are running faster laps or are faster and proved that, but I just stayed consistent for a lot longer. I didn't crash this entire race. That is a first for me. I think that's the first time I've ever gone a full moto without crashing. I'm just kidding, I lied to you guys. Do you think we can go a whole moto without crashing? Somehow I hit the freaking pole right there, and I just kind of bounced out of the rut and it just shot me to the left. And our first crash is going to be halfway through the last lap after we have a 28-second gap on fourth place, and we're 30 seconds behind the leaders. So I think we're good to go. We're good to give that one away. We'll take that as a mulligan for all the times I got taken out in the first corner. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about, like, man, staying consistent and getting better at the game. I hope you guys can see the improvement, because last week I went 5-6 and I was making some mistakes throughout the moto. Wasn't able to get faster throughout the moto. And if you guys noticed in this as well, I ran a faster lap pretty much every single lap throughout the race, all the way until we got to a 1:58.27. So I went from running a 2:03 in qualifying to a 1:58.27 as my fastest lap in moto number 2. I just continued to get faster as I continued to learn more lines, and these lines, I didn't know they were possible until I started playing with other people, because when I was training and doing everything on my own, I thought I was running the fastest lines there was until I saw little jump lines here, or little go from outside to inside lines here. And that's how you learn. Like I said, get out there and play multiplayer and learn some different lines. You think you're fast, but I promise you there's somebody out there that is 100 times faster than you. That is just what it is. So I am coming away with my first moto podium ever, coming away in third. As you can see, I then ran the third fastest lap of the race with a 1:58.2. And now look at this analysis right here. I am so proud of this. I ran a 2 minute, a 1:59, 2 minute, 1:58, and then a 2:06 with that crash right there. Like I said, a 2:03 was my fastest during like practice qualifying, and now we're not even higher, I should say, than a 2 minute. That is how crazy and how things can change, and 2:03 was what I thought was fast. So, and don't rage quit. Stop rage quitting races. Go out there and get stomped like the rest of us, and makes you want to go faster. It either makes you want to quit or it makes you want to get better at the game. And if you want to quit, then I promise you, you ain't got that dog in you, because you are like that in your everyday life. I don't know you personally, but if you quit when things get hard, that just tells me everything I need to know about what kind of person you are. But yeah, I believe with how the points worked out, I'm going to come around 4th overall. So I still haven't got that first overall podium, but we still got plenty of rounds left to get that done. But I am happy with my first ever moto podium. That was a big deal for me. There's some guys in there that I wanted to beat, and I put in the work this week, and we got it done. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a little bit of a long one. Stay tuned tomorrow, because tomorrow will be the last round of the Arena Cross series that I'm doing. We are going for our first overall win in that. I think I can get it done over there based on how I've been running tonight, practicing some laps. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you can. Hit that subscribe button. That really helps the algorithm, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.